Well, thank you all for settling down. We're not going to start for a few minutes yet. So, but that music was great for setting a tone.
Steve, more?
Okay, I guess it's about that time. Close enough, anyways. We start early, maybe we'll finish early. Welcome, all of you, to everybody here that's with us today to this New Thought Sunday celebration of gratitude. And welcome all of you who are physically here with us on the lanai and all those who are with us by internet today. I would say today we have a mighty big show. I don't know if any of you, some of you are old enough to remember Ed Sullivan. And the headliner for the show is we have a return engagement from Donna Maria Bordeaux, whose speaking topic today is elevating our individual and collective consciousness, a positive path forward with noble leadership. Also with us, we have the talented Jean-Pierre on Native American flute. That's really a treat. And I'll be introducing Donna Maria a little later in the program, and we'll hear more flute music from Jean-Pierre. My name is Stephen Goss. I'm a facilitator for today, and I have a lot of new little spots on my face because I got mugged by my dermatologist. He took all my money, or she did. So, I would like to say thanks for all the people that donated their time to help us set up today, and for those who helped out our successful Saturday yard sale, which just happened yesterday. There was a lot of hours of volunteer help that were involved. So thanks goes out to Terry Brown, Charlie, Nancy, Sol, Jamie, Margie, Selba, Patty Wall, Pasha, myself, Aaron, Nance, Kaimana. I might have missed a few, but we sure appreciated your help. There was a lot of people involved. By the way, there's a couple of choice items on the back of the lanai that were left over. Literally just a couple. They're up for grabs for a reasonable donation. Like a couple of them were worth over $100. But so we're going to start now with a reading from the Science of Mind magazine by Paul Mackay. And if she's ready, she can use... after this one.
We're down to 2 mics? Interesting. No. Oh. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Aloha, kakahiaka. What a beautiful day we have. I can see through the fog to the beauty beyond. That's my affirmation for today. Replace fear with faith. My daughter picked this because it has her name in it. I am no longer afraid of life. A deep and abiding sense of calm and of poise flows through me. That's from Discover a Richer Life. A quote, any kind of fear, thought, retards the free action of the life forces. Ooh. That's a good one to ponder. That's from the Science of Mind on page 232, if you ever want to reread that. Fear is a costly, pervasive frame of mind. It inhibits. It paralyzes clear thinking and impedes a healthy flow of mental action. Fear is a denial of our highest form of good, so to speak. Holmes wrote that fear blocks the more complete givingness of the spirit to its highest form of manifestation on this planet, which is humankind. Wow. Yet I have known only a handful of people in my life who were free of fear. Most of us, and I am one of these people, find ourselves walking through fear a lot. There is fear of the unknown, and certainly the fear that things may not turn out the way we planned in any number of ways to blunt our track to the infinite presence. I do not believe it is wise to get all upset with ourselves if we find we are expressing fear. If we do, the upset will only grow and create more fear. Better, we should cultivate fear's great antidote, and that is the faith that the universe, by its nature, brings us life vitality, and possibility. If we find ourselves ruminating over fear and dread, we can immediately begin to stop the morbid cycle and re-gear, rethink, and recalculate. We will have to bring to a halt a malicious, self-defeating stream of negativity. But when we recognize what we are doing to ourselves, we can turn once more to faith in the divine. I'll read the affirmation and then I'll have you read along with me. I am the place where God stands forth in the world as me. I believe in myself. I believe in the guidance and inspiration of the mind of God. I can change my mind, and I do. So repeat after me. That's kind of a long one. I am the place where God stands forth. In the world as me. I believe in myself. Let's say that one more time. I believe in myself. I believe in the guidance and inspiration of the mind of God. I can change my mind, and I do.
Thank you, Pomakai. And that was great. You're able to hold the book and the mic and at the same time. So, sorry we didn't use the stand. Talent. Beautiful hair you have and beautiful mind. Thank you. Jean-Pierre, could you? Yeah. Yes. Just like that. Thank you. It's like, it's so calming and reminds me of spring and butterflies flying around and the birds. Speaking of spring, does anybody know why trees hate going to the dentist in the spring? Yeah, because they're afraid of getting root canals. Okay, well, you know, I have to try. So let's settle down for a short meditation prayer. To me, you know, prayer and meditation are different words for the same thing. I think they could be used interchangeably. At least they both create the same result, to become quiet, get in touch with the great all there is, so if we'll settle down a little bit in our chairs and get ready. Let's try to experience a moment of presence, a breath of stillness, quiet the rushing thoughts. We are here now, in this presence of all there is, and tensions dissolve like mist, revealing the calm beneath. Peace is not a destination, but it is this very moment. So let's close our eyes. Inhale possibility, exhale limitation. Say, I am enough. I am connected. I am present. Let's open our hearts. Feel everything. Listen to your own presence now for just a moment. I'd like to say a little bit about New Thought history. But first I wanted to ask, are there any people that are here for the very first time today? You just like raise your hand, and are you willing to share your name?
Hi, my name is Megan.
Megan. And welcome, or welcome.
Rosalia, my dear friend.
Is there any other people here for the first time?
I'm Ocean.
Ocean.
I came here for the rummage sale yesterday, but I heard of this place a long
Oh,
time
right.
ago online. I've been watching you online.
Right. And I think I'm going to trade Ocean jackfruit for mangoes someday.
I'm going to have a lot of mangoes, so talk to me.
So,
Yeah, she said I need them.
another one. Would you like to? I guess. Yeah. If you're here for the first time, but
Yeah, I am. I'm Diane. I'm here with Jean-Pierre.
welcome, Diane. Okay. Well, another volunteer.
I'm not, this isn't my first time, but it's the
Oh.
first time in about 30 years, so.
Oh. That definitely counts. You know, it's like
So, my name's Tom.
Tommy. Thanks. Aloha. Welcome. Yeah. All right. Una mas. Hey, Tommy. Well, yeah. Okay. That's so nice. Like, maybe we're growing. It's good. Okay. All right, back to New Thought history. I know you're just waiting. Like we've been going on over 50 years, first as a religious science church, and then a New Thought spiritual center. And we're connected with many other spiritual centers. worldwide. We are under this thing called a New Thought umbrella where we're all connected. But what is New Thought and what do we do here? Many smart people in the past, like Emerson, Troward, Ernest Holmes, and other great thinkers, they noticed that when you change the way that you think about life and change your attitude, it affects your experience and your actual surroundings. So we believe and teach that happiness comes from having gratitude, givingness, sharing, forgiveness. A lot of all those are the same words. I mean, words for the same vibration or the same thing. So it's just like honing in on that is what we do here. And just the trusting in the goodness of life itself. That's trust. We like to consider our center here a center of aloha where everyone's welcome to learn and grow. Like I said, the New Thought Center is more than 50 years old, but that's still not as old as I am. But they say it's never too late. So I'm still learning, that's for sure. A lot of crazy stuff happening on the planet lately, especially all the political stuff, the tension on the planet. So I'd like to mention a lighthearted approach to this tension, this politics. First one is, politics and diapers have the same thing in common. And they should be changed regularly for the same reason. Okay. Yeah, it's true.
It's a new one.
I watched a political debate on TV, but then I realized that stand-up comedy has better fact-checking. So that one. Now, are you ready to regale us again with another tune?
Certainly. I didn't think it was going to work like that. Why don't we do a duo?
Well, that was a great impromptu demonstration of talent. Thank you. We're going to move on to ordinaries and miracles. What's a definition of a miracle is always like, am I trying to, what is exactly a miracle? And I still don't know, but it usually makes one feel relieved or like everything is okay. So does anyone have any sort of good, inexplicable events, situations that have occurred in their life that they are grateful for and could attribute to being blessed? So if there's anybody that would like to share, raise your hand. Aha. Come on up and is that about the right height?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I had the luck to. You hear me well? I had the luck to go to the volcano this Wednesday. So it was great, and everything was organized that to be sure that I will go there in the afternoon, and I'm grateful for that. This was the first miracle, because I. And so I was there, and I was looking at the lava going. I'm just first. My name is Marine, and I'm coming from France. I saw the wall and the waves of the lava coming up and so high. And at one point, I realized, and I look at it precisely. And I saw some. It was like a screen, a huge screen, where we can see, or I saw, some pieces of the trauma of humanity and the earth, and one image, and another one, and all the traumas of humanity and of the earth were going that quickly, and one again, one. And so I saw that, and I understood that the lava and the volcano, and with the energy of Pele, was just transmuting everything. And I came to a point at the end of the afternoon where I was really aware of that, and then she stopped. So, yeah, I feel that I had to be someone, at least. I'm sure that other person who saw that, but at least one person has to realize the miracle of transmutation with the lava, so that she can stop. And it's the good week for that, you know what's going on now. So I'm very grateful for that, and I wanted to share that with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on, there must be another good one. Or, okay. Okay.
Good morning. And aloha to everyone. My name is Leah. And a week ago Thursday, I injured my knee. in a workout because I paddle and they work out ahead of time, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I couldn't walk on it. I couldn't put any weight on it a week ago. And I'm walking without my cane because I'm so blessed because of this beautiful community called New Thought of Hawaii. The friendships that have been made, the kindness that has been shared, the Reiki treatments, the prayers, the energy, the love. So I just want to share with all of you that not just personally for me, but anytime any of us hit a bump in the road, all we have to do is ask, because the kindness is right here. Thank you.
Easier for me to do that than get up. I could get up. At any rate, I give thanks to you all for being here. This flute was given to me at Christmas time, and I call it my peace pipe. And every time I play it, it brings peace to me, and it seems to bring peace to the people that hear it. This is a very simple instrument, as you probably know. It only has 6 holes, unlike my regular C flute, which has 50. But these 6 tones seem to speak to me, and I hope they do to you as well. And they're just, the sound carries straight to my heart. And that is my intention. That's why I call it my peace pipe, because every tone that is allowed to come through here through me is an urge, a seeking, an asking for peace. So please hear it that way. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Barca. Oops. And as many of you know, I worked for the U.S. State Department doing visas for Afghans who worked for our government during the occupation. And because of the new administration, they'd canceled. Because of the new administration, they canceled remote work. So I'd have to move back to Washington to continue work. So I took the Elon Musk's fork in the road, and I'm now on admin leave, and so I'm basically retired, and I'll get paid until September 30th, and then I'll be fully retired. So it's good now. I can do a lot of projects around my house, and I can see you more often. Yeah.
You're not coming up, huh? Well, okay. One. Guys can arm wrestle now. Okay.
Thank you.
That's good. Just speak.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Alicia Leolani, and I'm here now. Surprise, surprise! At the other end. Oh. Okay. At the other end of moving, as some of you know, I moved. Hello? Yeah. I moved last Wednesday. And it's been such a miracle move. It was huge, moving from a 10-year-old place into a totally new, smaller space, but wonderful. And what struck me so was that I hadn't asked anybody for direct help. Please help me move. Please help me come move. But I did share with others that I am going to move, and I have no idea how I'm going to do it all. So many of them heard that I did need help, but I left it to them to decide whether to step forth and help. It turned out that 11 people came and helped me the whole day long. 2 of them were children, and it was such a donation by everyone of their time, of their strength, muscle strength, cooperating. Everyone contributed their best. It was so amazing. So that was my miracle for today. Thank you.
That is very heartwarming to know that like people will stand up for each other. One last one. Come on up.
Well, I just wanted to piggyback on what Leah said and the power of community, helpers and so forth. So I shared a little bit about my housemate or my landlord, Todd Hart, and he did make his transition, which I knew was going to happen. I don't know if I shared, but I saw him on the street and Spirit said, go say goodbye. So I knew he was on his way out. But it was such a smooth process for him and everything that's happened because it's been so covered by prayer. Yeah, so as part of the prayer team, and I was able to reach out to the prayer team and say, hey, pray for this healing. And, when people go, oftentimes they're in a lot of pain. And I believe that one of the powers of prayer is that it makes that pain easier. Yeah. And everything got to happen before he transitioned, as so often is the case. And I'm good to report that I don't have to move. You're talking about move. So I live on the ocean, and I love where I live, and it looks like my housemate's going to take over the property. And he said, hey, I got your back. You're good. So just really grateful that people are checking in, like, well, how's it going? And it's like, it's going great. Because it's covered in prayer, right? And that's the power of community. So thank you.
Another, wow, good to hear. Real quick, I had a pair of sunglasses I really liked that I lost them. So I ordered another pair. And about a week ago, I lost them. And the miracle is, today I found them in my toothbrush holder in the bathroom. Okay, and before we move on, I just have to say this one too. I try to follow what's happening in political news, but I get way too dizzy from all the spinning. So, all right, no. So now we're going to have a question for the audience before I introduce Donna Maria. And I'm looking for it. Do you want me to say it, or do you want to say the question? I've got it.
I don't have it right.
Okay. I should have worked this out with you ahead of time. Supposed to be here somewhere.
Make one up.
All right, let's make one up. It had something to do with what would you like to do, or what do you do now that you feel contributes to the evolution of your consciousness and of the consciousness of the planet around you. And I'll go first as an example, and try to, keep it short. There's a lot of people in the room. We have about maybe 10 minutes to go around for everybody. So I pray, I meditate, I trust.
Good morning again. I'm Leah. And I live in trust, faith, hope, compassion, and I love and forgive easily.
I'm Kathy, and I would say it's empathy. And I use this quote a lot. If I'm depressed, I'm living in the past. If I'm anxious, I'm living in the future. But if I live in the present, if I live in the moment, I'm living in peace.
I'm Shayna. Just remembered a bumper sticker from many years ago from my guru. Peace on earth begins within you. And I don't succeed all that much, but I'm trying. Peace on earth begins within me.
I'm Terry, and I try and help others whenever I can.
I'm Palmer. I do service, and I try not to pass judgment on others or other things.
Well, I pray and I meditate and chant, but my biggest thing is when I get up in the morning is who's going to show up? Who can I help? What can I do? Because I can pray, and that does help. It changes things, I know. But how can somebody that doesn't have food or water or shelter, that lives under very difficult isn't even the proper word, how can they know God? They can't. You have to have gratitude that I have an environment which supports me being able to do that. And so for me, first thing is, who can I help today? Who's going to show up? Who's in need? And that's a beautiful thing about Reiki. You don't have to physically be there. You can send it all over the world. So can you prayer. But it's showing up in a different way. Thank you.
I'm Deanna, and I'm creating a healing farm for the island.
I'm Karen, and my meditation practice has really helped me a lot, especially accepting myself and accepting other people. And I think that goes a long way, because just to be okay with everything.
Aloha, I'm Rosalia, and I'm focusing and very vigilant about living Miguel Ruiz's 4 principles. And every morning I wake up and say thank you, and I'm looking forward to every miracle that's about to happen on that day.
Aloha, I'm Megan. I teach yoga, and I remain grateful by remembering that the universe is always conspiring in my favor and in your favor.
My name is Chris, and I'm a therapist, and I listen empathetically to people.
Good morning. My name is Eddie, and I have the awareness to take the opportunity to look and listen and to filter out noise.
Good morning, I'm Tommy, and I offer healing work in my practice, and I'm growing the capacity to trust the bigger picture. There is more going on than what's happening right now. Thank you.
I'm Max, and recently I've been trying to keep an open mind to new experiences, not go in with any preconceived notions.
I'm Tatum. I teach and I share and I help friends raise their personal vibrations.
I'm Lexi, and prayer, meditation, yoga. I'm also a massage therapist, and I feel it's really important for me every day to set that intention of being able to help others and live with gratitude moment by moment and joy and love.
Marine, I feel that all my life is dedicated to first heal myself and I think it's quite done, and then help others to heal as a therapist and healer. And every morning I get up and I align myself and I ask, how can I be of service to the light for my highest and greatest good, and what are the blessings of the day, and how can I support my heart, and miracles are happening, and I connect with the good people to help or to connect. So gratefulness is also part of my journey.
I'm Jeanette. I also start the day with spiritual practices, all kinds of things, affirmations, setting intentions, prayer, gratitude practice, yoga, meditation. And I'm also a holistic body worker, so it's not just the physical, it's the emotional, mental, spiritual as well that I address, and love contributing that way. I also feel like I give and learn from friends and people that I know, and learn every evening. I love listening and watching spiritual talks and videos, so constantly continuing my education that way.
I'm Barca, taking care of plants on my property.
My name is Brandon. I have a small gardening business, and how I elevate my community is by employing ex-cons and men who are transitioning out of the prison system so that they can better themselves. In our gardening business, when my team shows up, we bring peace and beauty to chaos and disorder.
I'm Elisha Delani, and I feel I'm caring about the oneness that I am, and then I'm surprised and I trust when I see this oneness spark off in other people in their caring. And it's all based within myself on playfulness. And children help me a lot to remember that.
Hello, I'm Jimmy, and my essence is to watch my thoughts and to question. Where does it go?
My name is Condor. When I wake up in the morning, I resolve to get up on the right side of the bed. And the right side, you know what the right side of the bed is, not the... But I'm left-handed. That confuses me. But I'm through.
I'm Charlie, and I try to focus on gratitude.
Aloha, I'm Pomaikai, and prayer and meditation, yes, all of that. However, what I find helps me the most is when I come across something that gets my back up, to remember the oneness that we all are. And I found that when I push against someone that is, in my mind, distasteful, I get it back 1,000-fold. But if I turn that over and remember that we're all one and just send them love instead and know that they're on their right path and I'm on my right path and we're all on our right path, And just know that and hold that in love changes the world for me.
Hi, I'm Faith.
You were going to get tickled if you didn't say something. Is there? Yeah. Well, I would say we've run out of time, but
I make messes so that everyone else can be my angel and help me clean it up.
oh yeah. Would anybody feel really left out if we stop at this point? All right. A quick introduction here. Donna Maria Bordeaux, founder, president of award-winning holistic healing centers, provides extensive community outreach on a global scale, giving and teaching healing, care, wellness, retreats, physical therapy, yoga, dance, and educating other physical therapists across the U.S. and abroad. In advanced manual therapies, Donna Maria is co-founder of To Live For, an environmental activist, writer, producer, speaker, and performer dedicated to spreading love, joy, and positive vibes around the world. Wow, we know what she does to help her consciousness, but she recently co-authored Noble Leadership and the Emergent Reality, Uplifting People, Planet, and Prosperity. So she's passionate to be in service, passionate to be here with all of you today. I'd like you to please welcome Donna Maria Bordeaux.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That lowered the boom just a little. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you, Stephen. Good morning and aloha, everyone. I'm so aloha. I'm so inspired by all of you and your wisdom and inspiration. Thank you. And thank you to all of the people who work so hard to make this happen, for us to come together in sacred community. I'm so grateful. And it is my intention to bring more love, inspiration, illumination, and upliftment to each and all of your hearts today. Thank you for being here. Amidst the chaos, the destruction, and the corruption happening in the world, it reminds us each day of the fragility and the gift of life, of every opportunity to choose love over fear, of the wisdom to cherish deep bonds of affection with each other, our family, our children, our friends, our community. We're so blessed. And the privilege and the freedom to live and embody our truths and live in our authentic being. In gratitude for the majesty, the beauty, the sacredness, the abundance of our beautiful earth, our beautiful oceans. Gratitude to the dolphins and the whales, all the joy and the love. Gratitude for family, for food, for shelter. And many indigenous shamans actually believe that there's more light in the world now. and that this light, there are more light beings arising up, a quantum leap of our collective consciousness. And the indigenous shamans believe that this light in the world is bringing up the darkness and the corruption to be healed. So if we look at it that way, it brings some comfort. Just as in relationships, deep love in light and relationships brings up the shadow as an opportunity to heal. And this is happening individually and collectively. And if you're in a dark room and there's only one little tiny light, one little candle, and then that is going to still be really hard to see in this big dark place, this room. But if all the people turn on their light, light their candle, then it's going to be bright. So do we have the courage to do what is right in front of us? These opportunities to step forward wholly and wholly into the light of ourselves. Because it truly is our inner reality. That is what we bring to the world. I created my own little prayer, and my prayer, my wish and my prayer today and every day. May we come together in unity and grace as a human race. May we please set aside our division and hate and hold compassion in our hearts, that we are each trying to find our way on our soul's journey. May we believe in the best of ourselves and each other, and honor and cherish those deep bonds of affection. May we live in harmony and all abide by the principle of do no harm, individually and collectively, and have reverence for all of life, for the sacredness of all of life. May we embrace every opportunity to be kind and compassionate. May we cultivate our connection to our divine light within. May we know that our individual gifts are special, unique, and needed in the world. And may we have the courage and the discipline to use these gifts wisely. May we continually cultivate the peace and the light within, for that is what we bring to the world. And as we shared earlier, many people, there are so many ways of cultivating this, your beautiful flute, music, sound, dance, being in nature, yoga. There's so many wonderful ways to cultivate the peace within. We have a beautiful synchronistic theme today. We didn't get together and talk before, but everyone is connected along these same themes. So I'm actually going to bring you through another meditation to cultivate that deep peace within. And when I play the sound bowl for a couple minutes, that will signify the end of the meditation, that the meditation is complete after the sound bowl, okay? So if everyone could please find a comfortable seat, and a nice straight spine is ideal. Close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. Begin to take some nice deep breaths. As we expand our breathing, we're helping just by our breath to be in this present moment. And when we lengthen your inhalation and your exhalation, and this simple act brings your nervous system into a calm, regulated healing mode. Breath, the elixir of life. And visualize an inner wind with your breath that is clearing out your space. Air is the elemental quality that brings inner peace. Repeat 3 times to yourself, anything that is not mine must leave my body now. Anything that is not mine must leave my body now. Anything that is not mine must leave my body now. Now repeat 3 times. I call all of my energy back to my body now. I call all of my energy back to my body now. I call all of my energy back to my body now. Now bring your attention and your breath to your beautiful heart. Expanding the spaciousness within and around your heart. With each breath, feel a softening of your heart. Wrap your arms around yourself, sending and giving yourself gratitude for showing up today, giving yourself a hug. With love and gratitude, welcome yourself back home. Now invite into your heart how you would like to feel today. Imagine experiencing this feeling. Make an inner dedication of self-love to cultivate this feeling that you would like to have. Welcome in this expanded consciousness now. Imagine love looks like a certain color. Visualize this color filling your heart and your body. Love for ourselves and others is our greatest superpower. Now give thanks 3 times. Thank you that every cell in my body is in perfect health and harmony. Thank you that every cell in my body is in perfect health and harmony. Thank you that every cell in my body is in perfect health and harmony. Breathe in deep gratitude. Feel your heart soften and open even more. And continue your nice deep breathing. Gratitude brings us to our heart, to our humility, and to our grace. Gratitude transforms darkness to light and elevates every situation. Gratitude connects us with compassion to our own and others' humanity. Gratitude fosters unity. Gratitude raises our energy to a state of receiving. Gratitude elevates our consciousness in every moment that we choose to be grateful. Breathing in gratitude. And now bring your awareness and your breath to the place within you that feels powerful and strong. This may be your heart or somewhere else. Know that this is your center of power and strength. Visualize a flickering light there. Your breath, your inner wind, ignites and grows this inner light, bigger and brighter with each breath. Nurturing the flame within with each breath, your inner light and power overflows beyond the borders of your power center and fills your entire being. Your expanded power and strength surround you as light energizes and grows within and around you. Keep growing and expanding your light and your power as it touches the edges of the room, rising the vibration of love and positivity. Expand your power and your light even bigger, connecting you with all of life, the trees, the ocean, the plants, the animals, all of humanity, becoming one with consciousness and the Creator. Let this unified light and power feed and fuel you, recharging your batteries. Ignite your light and fill you with all the energy that you need. Now bring your expanded light to one person or an animal or our earth, whatever feels close to your heart right now. Now that you have replenished yourself in your own inner light, you have more to give. Become love. As love, send the earth, this person or animal, light and love, intending for them to become whole, peaceful, and pray for the grace of spirit in their lives. Take a few more deep breaths. Gently bring your awareness back to this space. You have just elevated with breath, with sound, with intention, with connecting into your heart, You have elevated your individual and collective consciousness. It's beautiful. Each time we do this, we are bringing more light to the collective. What we focus on strengthens. Simple acts of love and compassion toward ourselves and others are profound and powerful in their capacity to heal and uplift. Our thoughts and our actions, when they are positive and with love and joy, it elevates our energetic vibrational frequency. When we follow our heart and let it be our compass, we are living in unity with our human spirit and elevating our consciousness. Dr. David Hawkins said, in this interconnected universe, every improvement that we make in ourselves improves the world at large. He did this amazing study that I read in one of my favorite authors, Wayne Dyer, in his book, The Power of Intention. I discovered this, that when we vibrate at a higher level, when we redirect our focus, change the channel in our brain and elevate our own frequency, one person who vibrates at the level of optimism and non-judgment elevates the weaker levels of 90,000 people. It's just incredible. And those that can vibrate at the frequency of pure love and reverence for all of life, they counterbalance the weaker levels of 750,000 people. Make sure I got that right. It's just remarkable. Truly remarkable. So may we all remember the power of our own inner light and love. That just your very existence, when you are filled with gratitude and light and love and compassion, you're already helping everyone. As each of us become more coherent in our heart and our brain, this will move humanity forward. The higher the love and coherent vibrations offered by each of us, the more fully this shift of consciousness will be anchored. We're actually going to do next a couple of yoga sequences just sitting in our chair. And so with affirmations, I teach yoga, something that I love very much. And just bring your hands to heart center. And the affirmation is simply, I am here. When we say yes to our own light, we're saying no to other energies that could deplete us. I am here. And raise up your arms gently without hitting your neighbor. I am here. Back down to heart center. And coming up again. Filling up with the light of the divine and the light of your soul. I am here. And now, holding your heart, and you can follow along with this little hand sequence. I choose to be love. For you and for me and everyone everywhere. Beautiful. One more time. I choose to be love for you and for me and everyone everywhere. Beautiful. Ultimately, consciousness, divinity, and our hearts will win the day. We create reality from our heart and our inner power center. A project that has been very close to my heart, that's definitely elevated my individual consciousness. I co-authored a book on noble leadership, and this leadership is really about our inner reality. As we said, that's what we bring to the world. And my two co-authors, we worked together for over 5 years. We interviewed 26 noble leaders in 21 different countries. And through this many years of interviewing and evidential research that showed that what really elevated their leadership was their human spirit, their living values, their higher purpose for the greater good, and oneness consciousness. So we named these incredible qualities that we found in these noble leaders all over the world. And we created a chapter dedicated to each in the book on each of these quantum powers. And is truly, truly inspirational. And as I said, all of these noble leaders were just so successful in really touching and uplifting other people's lives. Their success wasn't just in their business. Their success was in the community, in the outreach, and the lives that they touched. Noble leadership is a new model of leadership that advocates for unwavering ethics, integrity, compassion, authenticity, and the application of these 4 quantum powers. The first one, higher purpose. And our higher purpose could be being a wonderful mom to your children or father. It doesn't have to be a grandiose, lofty achievement. As I said earlier, are we stepping forward into the light of ourselves in whatever we're doing? It makes it richer and more meaningful. And so this first higher purpose, I talked to my brother on the phone yesterday just to give you a little example. I called him to wish him a happy birthday. He lives in New Hampshire and he's had a very rough few years. And he lost his beloved wife, he lost his home and his mental and physical well-being, and he alienated himself from his family. So it was extra hard on those of us that care so much about him. He's my only brother, and he isolated himself, and he was sleeping in his car in the freezing winter for months. It was just heart-wrenching. So he met a man, and he invited him to stay on his couch. Well, this man, as it turns out, was end of life. And he was giving kindness and letting my brother sleep on his couch. And so my brother has been this amazing carpenter, amazing, fancy, beautiful finish work. You know, he's been a rugged guy his whole life. He's told me never in a million years would he imagine to be taking care of an 80-year-old man. And yet he did until he passed a few months later. And then shortly after that, he met serendipitously another man who also was very ill, and he was welcomed into his home, and he took care of him for 5 months. And sadly, the family didn't want anything to do with him. My brother just let go of any judgments and just took care of him and loved him. And he was so grateful that he left my brother his home in an answer to all of our prayers. And so it's just an example of how higher purpose can shift in the different chapters in the book of our life. Do we use our gifts to do what is most meaningful and share our unique gifts with the world? Do we have the courage to do that? I'm actually super nervous to public speak. It's one of my big challenges, but I feel it's part of my higher purpose to share what's in my heart and my soul. I feel like it's part of my higher purpose to help raise the collective consciousness and to bring noble leadership forth in the world. So the second quantum power is living values. And as I said in the book, there's a chapter dedicated to each of these that goes very much in depth and gives examples of these noble leaders that we interviewed around the world. And it helps to see how these different quantum powers are utilized in very inspiring stories. So living values, essentially, do we walk our talk? We can say that we have values, but do we really live our values? And do we bring that into our personal and our professional lives? And the third quantum power is human spirit. And human spirit is the purest essence of who we really are. The God, the light, the connection to divine, the divinity within. Everyone is so special and so unique and has so much to offer. And do we connect to that divinity and the light within and have the courage to share that with the world? And oneness consciousness is the fourth quantum power, and that's all about the awareness and the mindfulness of our interconnectedness with everything and everyone. And do we bring that into our lives? And there's another chapter in the book on self-care that I wrote in just beautiful ways of how we can be a noble leader and raise our individual consciousness and how we can integrate that into our personal and professional lives. And there's another chapter in the book on how noble leaders uplift the planet, because I believe in business and everywhere. You know, how can you be a noble leader if you're not conscious of our impact on the planet and trying to do positive things to love and take care of our earth? Okay, I'll wrap it up in a couple minutes. Oh my goodness. So Nelson Mandela, in the late 1990s, became the president of South Africa after 27 years of imprisonment. He was an incredible, noble leader. He stated reconciliation is a spiritual process. It requires more than a legal framework. It needs the hearts and the minds of people. It has to happen in the hearts and minds of people. Our light, our integrity, and our compassion is needed more than ever before, individually and collectively, personally, and in our work, in our business. May each of us awaken into our divine higher consciousness. May we each take full responsibility, kuleana, for our thoughts and our actions. We need restorative sacred action of peace, service, and human connection beyond religion and politics, just like this beautiful gathering. And our thoughts and our actions are writing the future experiences for our children. So may each of us protect this jewel of life for our children and future generations. And may this unite us all. May we create a reality where all life is sacred, where we spontaneously help one another and act, think, and feel like the magnificent human family that we are. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You can certainly feel your passion for the raising the consciousness. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, today is our potluck Sunday, so be sure and stay for the potluck. And we're going to move right along to get to that. And Donna Maria does have some of her noble leadership books on the table back there. And if you would like, you could even get a signing, personal signing. So,
and just to mention one more thing, excuse me, please. There's also a noble leader assessment that's in the appendix in the back of the book, and I made a bunch of copies. There's 30 questions, statements that I created based off the quantum powers, and I made a bunch of copies from the book, and you can go through that assessment to reflect on where you're at and what areas that we can improve, and share that with others if you'd like.
So be sure and take a look. Coming up, pass the bowl. Who wants money? It's not. Yeah, and if you could. Thanks for working that out. Wow, thank you so much for your donations. And you can always donate by giving of your time and service also. So we bless all forms of your donations and your presence. So thank you. And now I'll read the announcements. Coming up at New Thought, Sunday service at 10, as most of you know. Next Sunday, Heather Vanya Reynolds, the Siren Song, Ancient Oracles, and When Women Sing the World Back to Harmony, and music by Vovoda. Jinan Wang on 4/13. He's the Tai Chi guy, flowing into the present moment of being, and music by Shauna Bradfield. Then on 4/20, which happens to be Easter, Craig Villaruba unveiled the secret to happiness, forgiveness as a means to everything you want, and music by Colleen Yost. And Craig's great. And I'm going to facilitate that also, and I have some Easter jokes. You don't want to miss it. Weekly classes, Jen Ann Wang, Tai Chi, Qigong, $15. You come at 4 o'clock to learn long form, but regular class is 4:30 to 5:30. Monthly events, we're having a potluck today. And Crystal Bowl meditation, second Sunday of the month, 9 to 9:30 a.m. So next time will be on the 13th of April. Special events coming up, March 29th. We did that already. Today's the 30th. Saturday, April 3rd. How could I forget? I spent about 8 hours here. On the April 5th, a special event, a special class by Margie Bourgeois, yeah. Independent living. She's a physical therapist, and she's going to help people handle themselves physically for healthier living. It's going to be out here in the Lanai from 10 to 12, and the cost is $25. Saturday, April 19th, by Maria Mon, is going to present the third of the 4 monthly workshops, which I guess have been going really great. And it's called Life Ways. It's a bioshamanic journeys. And that takes place in the newer room from 1 to 5 p.m., and that's on the 19th. So if you'd like to submit a prayer to the prayer team at New Thought Center, we have a wooden box out there on the table, or you can send it in by email request anytime. If you'd like to be on the mailing list, please come over and sign the guest book to get a weekly e-newsletter, or sign up via the website, which is www.newthoughtcenterofhawaii.com. And you could just become a member and do it all. So now, is there any other
I do.
announcements?
I think that we should think about Pesach. This is Pesach is Passover in the Hebrew calendar. My previous wife and mother of my children is Jewish, and we take Pesach very importantly, and it's the same day as Easter Sunday. So let us. I'm surprised it wasn't mentioned, as a matter of fact, because it's so important this year that it's coming together exactly at this time. And anybody wants to talk about it later, I'm happy to do that. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's too important for me to let it go.
But did you have something quick to say? Yeah. We're all starving.
Oh, he's hungry. You and my daughter, wow. So to give everybody a heads up, does anybody here know who Lynn McTaggart is? A few people? Okay. She is offering, at this particular time in our evolution of being human, she's offering a free event every first Sunday or first day of the month. And this first one coming up is this Tuesday, April 1st. And it's going to be at 6 a.m. our time, but it's going to be worldwide, people all over the world. And this is an intention group. This is not going to be a scientific study, as she often does, but this is just going to be a prayer group, intention group, worldwide, on Zoom, April 1st, 6 a.m. our time. If you want more information about it or want to know how to hook up with that, just see me afterwards. And she's going to do it every month.
Thank you. Is Shayna on the lanai now? Oh, here she comes. Okay, the reason that the sale was still on the announcements was that I heard she was going to make a brief report. Shayna, would you like to do that now? Or do Okay, I'll paraphrase. She said we had lots and lots of helpers and we took in close to $600. So thanks to all the volunteers and special thanks to Shayna and Stephen, who practically lived here the last 2 days. The other special announcement I want to make concerns Virginia Halliday. She was one of the founding members of the Root Church, from which New Thought grew. And she passed away a couple months ago. The celebration of life for Virginia is on April 10th. I think it's this coming Thursday. Next. Okay, you're right. Not this Thursday, the following Thursday. And she's been more active in Unity in recent years, so I don't know how many of you know her, but because she was important historically to New Thought. The flyer about her event is on our bulletin board, so if you do know her or want to get to know her, it sounds like she wanted it to be a really fun celebration of life with dancing and happy people, bright clothing in her favorite colors. So come if that calls out to you, and the details are on the bulletin board.
Let's stand up and join for our closing song. Hawaii Aloha.